Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for
From
coming.
EFL, huh?
Yes, I'm from
.com.
headquarters. Are you across the website, a fan of our work?
Yeah,
of course.
I'm gonna be on it.
That looks amazing.
Yeah, it's spectacular. It's a real spectacle.
That's going to be you out there on top of that little pole.
That sure is.
Right.
Love your haircut.
Just for you.
Yeah, it's pretty rock and roll.
Katy Perry, welcome to AFL.com.au and welcome back to the MCG. We can't wait to see the show on Saturday at the AFL Telstra pre-game entertainment. What have you got in store for us?
Well, you know, you guys use the word specky, short for spectacular. I'm just going to use the whole word. It's going to be spectacular.
It looks amazing
As
out
you
there.
can see, and we have a lot of Australians that are joining in. There's over 150 dancers. It's going to be really fun, larger than life, super bright, and full of a lot of the songs that everybody wants to sing along to.
How do you get the set list? You've got so many hits, 5 number ones off the first album. Well, how do you whittle it down?
Well, AFL tells us how much time we got, and then we go, okay, let's see, what do they really want to hear? And, you know, it's just a long medley. It doesn't really stop at any point of all these songs, and it's just a celebration of a lifetime of music so far.
What do you know about the game? We just saw you having a kick out before. It looked like you were a natural with the ball.
What I know about the game is a lot more than ever before, but
Yeah.
I'm really impressed with how footy's played comparatively to our sport back home. You guys are animals. I mean, you literally like jump on top of each other, and it's allowed. No wonder poor Oscar and his shoulder.
Yeah, that's
God
a shame,
bless
isn't it?
him. Someone tried to get on top of him.
Then
Feels
he
like,
come back on the ground though as well.
wow, it's really interesting, and it's a older sport than football is for us back home. So there's a lot to learn about it.
How do you amp yourself up on Saturday morning? What's your game day like?
My game day, well, it starts the night before, getting a lot of sleep, eating well, doing my yoga, a little meditation, having a serene setting, and warming up and just getting into the zone, not having any distractions. That's really how I do it.
Obviously, live performances have been so central to your success, and congratulations on the recent VMAs performance as well. And how do you resonate the success of Raw as a song and see it go around the world as a sporting anthem? How does that find you?
It's amazing. I mean, I think that's somewhat of why I'm invited to these things, is because these songs become those empowering anthems for listeners in their everyday lives. I mean, it could be someone going through the smallest thing or the biggest thing, or someone just needing a little bit more energy to inspire them. And that's what music does. It's energy, it's frequency, and it fills you up in certain ways.
It's obviously not your first big sporting event to play. You've been here before for
Yeah.
the Women's World Cup a few years ago, and obviously the Super Bowl nearly a decade ago as well. What do you take out of those experiences to bring in front of 100,000 people on Saturday?
Well, you could easily be overwhelmed, but I just try and remind myself to stay present, enjoy this moment, because not everybody gets these opportunities. They're once in a lifetime opportunities, and that's why I said yes. And I also, you know, I came here to reconnect with Australia and launch the rollout of my tour. So I have a tour coming back here in June, and this is really, it's a massive appetizer for what the tour could be like.
We saw some dancing cricket bats back in 2020 as well.
You mean sexy?
Yes, that's
dancing
exactly what
cricket
I mean.
bats,
That's
yes.
exactly what I mean. And also the Super Bowl, of course, you had the sexy left shark as well, which was
Well,
such a
I
popular
wouldn't
hit.
call Left Shark sexy, but I'm sure he thinks of himself as that.
Well, it was a viral hit as well. Can we expect anything a little bit surprising on Saturday like that?
You know, I have been asking Pesto to show up, but since the weather changes 4 times in one day here in Melbourne, when it was about to snow yesterday, I thought maybe the conditions would be perfect, but on Saturday it's going to be nice and toasty.
Perfect.
So I don't think he's coming out, but I'm going to go to him and get a blessing.
You mentioned Lifetime's tour, and I do love the single Lifetimes as well. It's been on repeat over the last couple of months
Thank
for me.
you. Does it make you dance in your car?
Yeah, it does.
Sure,
Over
good.
and over.
Good.
For eternity. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, or Affinity, yeah. I love it.
Either way.
What about the album as a whole? Like, do we see a little bit more of that on the weekend?
You see a splash of that here and there. But the album is a dance pop record, and it really encapsulates both a rhythmic side of me, a quintessential pop empowerment side of me, and a little bit more BPM, beats per minute. So you're going to get some in it all. We want people to get out of their heads, back into their bodies, become more heart-centered, and connect through movement and unison with singing the same song and stuff. And that's exactly what the tour is going to be like.
Important question. Who are you barracking for?
Who am I what?
Who are you barracking for or supporting?
Barracking?
Barracking. Do you
Is
know that one?
I don't know
Yeah,
that
you're
one.
like a barracker. You're a big supporter.
Barracking for the new Tasmanian team that's coming in next year.
Oh, okay. You're ahead of the times on that one.
That's right. I'm calling it now.
That's a good effort.
Aussie,
The
Aussie,
Desi.
Aussie, Tassie, Tassie.
The Devils they are.
The Devils they are.
We have a lot of names, teams named after animals and things in this country as well.
Oh,
so we've
wonderful.
got 18 teams. So
Well, hit me, because a lot of education has happened since, this moment. So I know quite a lot about all the different things.
we've got the Swans on the weekend
yeah.
and the Lions, and then
Yeah.
there's the Bulldogs, the Crows, the Magpies. We actually made a team for you as well. We've got the Left Sharks.
Oh,
Look
great.
at that.
Fantastic.
So that's for you.
MVP.
What do you think?
I'm into it. Do you have like sea life represented in any of the teams?
Don't think so.
Well,
Don't think so.
here
That's a
we are.
first. That's a first.
Here
Got
we
the,
are.
The
I
KP
just
logo
hope-
on it as well.
I just hope the Penguins and the Sharks, the Pesto Penguins and the Left Sharks, they don't play against each other ever, because it could be a.
They're safe. I know you've been given a lot of jumpers, so I'll leave you with this one as well.
What's a jumper?
This is a jumper, a Guernsey.
What's a Guernsey?
This is a Guernsey. So this is the Essendon jumper.
Okay.
So I'm an Essendon supporter. And
A
I know
what?
an Essendon supporter. This is the red and the black team.
Right.
They're not in the grand final this weekend,
Oh,
but we
mate.
know you're coming back for the tour next year,
Yes.
of course. So you need a team for the future.
Right.
And
I
hopefully,
just said Tasmanians.
yeah, but
right?
you can have another one as well. If you
Okay.
need to split
yeah,
your
they
loyalties.
need to. They also need
Tassie's
to.
a couple of years away.
Oh really? Let's see that. They need to play each other. That's what
Exactly.
They need
So that one's for you
Thank
as well,
you so
Katie.
much.
We hope to see you at an Essendon game down the track as well. They're hot and cold. They've been hot and cold for a while, so I feel like it works.
to. Oh yeah, great. Well, finally someone's readopted that song again.
Hey, good luck. We can't wait for the show on Saturday.
Thanks so much.
Heaps for a chat.
Thanks so much.